Grammatical, sensual.
B64, B67 is the page if you have it. What is an electric current? That is the topic.
Nach lo que hace con stacks of glitter. Go, go.
Okay, there is a title. What is an electric current, class? That is the title for today in science. If you have your book, I told you you can look on pages B64, B65, 66, 67 is the information that you can find there. Now, let's go to next slide. What we're going to do, class? Right now, in some slides, we're going to read, in others, we're going to copy. Now, do you know what is an electric current? What comes to your mind when you listen to this question, class? What is an electric current for you?
Electricity.
Electricity? Mm-hmm. You think that is related to electricity? Yes? Okay, right now do not copy this. It says electric charge. If you have a battery in your house, or when you are using any object that it's needed to have a battery, you can notice that it has a positive and a negative charge. These batteries, they have positive and negative charge. Why? Because matter is made out of tiny particles. And each of these particles is made up in small bits of matter. Do not copy. Listen to structure. You don't have to copy. So we have matter. It can be positive or it can be a negative charge. But also it can have no charge. They can repel each other. So it means that we can have positive by one side and by the other negative. So if you have, for example, a battery, I have here in my hands what battery. I have a positive and negative sign. So if you want to make works or function something, you need to take care and see if it is asking you for the positive or for the negative sign, or if they are going to have both positive or both negative. So we need to take care in the battery. You can identify by these signs. You see like a plus and a minus sign in the battery. Now,
I need to it really easy to identify the minus in plus at minus.
That's right. Yes, you see there is a sign in the battery.
Really easy.
Now, let's talk about resistance, conductor, and insulator. You are going to copy this class. These three definitions you need to copy in your notebook. This is important to write it down. Now, what is a resistance, class? Resistance, copy this in your notebook. Resistance is a measure of how much a material opposed to the flow of electric current and charges.
We have to copy all.
Yes, you need to copy everything. And changes electric current into heat energy. So in other words, we use the resistance to transport the flow of the energy from the energy that is currently to the heat energy. And then we have another definition. What is conductor? Conductor is a material through which electric current passes easily. So in next slide, I'm going to show you some examples. So it's going to be easier for you to identify what is a conductor. Right now, we just have the definition to copy in the note. Insulator. Insulator is a material through which electric current doesn't pass easily. So when you see people working with some wires, they should have a conductor. It has a conductor. It's the flow of energy that pass easily. And insulator, the material that allows people to work easily without getting in touch with the electricity. So I'm going to give you 4 minutes to copy this in your notebook.
Not much.
We're not going to copy too much. I think that this is the only slide that we're going to copy today.
We only copy one of them. Joe.
Yes.
Miss. Miss.
Copy this, Khalid, please.
Miss, pero only copy that. Okay, yeah. Only copy the.
Yes, I think that we're going to copy this slide.
Cada que no escuché esto, solo copiamos un slide. Bien.
I finished.
Finished?
Yes. Low.
Okay, right now we're just writing the information. This is slides. We're gonna see some examples. So it's going to be easier for you to understand what is that? What is resistance? What is a conductor, insulator? And you are going to identify that you have seen and you have touched these conductors and you have seen these insulators also. Have seen these conductors and insulators, and you might have a lot of insulators and conductors maybe in your house. So I'm going to take the attendance. While you're writing this information, I'm going to take this time to take the attendance. Ana, Andrea, and Camila.
Present.
Camila, Andrea, it's not here. No. Gabriela, Isabela, and Kiara.
Present. Present.
Lucia, Mia, and Rebecca.
Present.
Present, I finished.
Okay. Mia Valentina.
Present.
Rosa,
Sorry.
Valerie, and Sian.
Present.
Okay. Alberto, Dani, and Fernando.
Present.
Present. Present.
Hermes, Joshua, and Colette.
Present.
Present.
Marcelo, Santiago Hernández, and Santiago
Present.
Chávez. Santiago Hernández, Piayos. Here, Andrea Núñez, Camila, Valerie. No, they're not connected. Okay.
Miss, estoy escribiendo una letra muy chiquita.
Finish class? Did you finish the copy?
Yes. No. Miss.
I finished, Miss.
Okay, Isabela.
A conductor is the use the controls to see a movie. These are.
Okay, a conductor, it's not a control that you use when you are the TV control.
No, the things, the material.
Okay, a conductor, remember a conductor, it means, it can be, for example, a wire, a cable, un cable. So if you have, for example, your cell phone, if you have your cell phone, your tablet, and you have the wire of that with you, you can identify that the electricity when you plug this, who has has the microphone on? I listen something.
Is
Caleb,
correct.
please. Caleb, you don't have to behave that way because I can listen that and it's disgusting to be listening that. Honestly, I don't like that. So now I was telling you to you, Rebecca, that for example, when you have you want the charger of your cell phone, your tablet or something that you have. So there is, you can notice that there is the wire. The wire, it allows the electricity goes easily when you plug that. So allows electricity, but if you touch your wire or your cable, you're not going to get in touch with the electricity. You're not going to be electrocutado, as you say, right? No, because you have the insulator. You have the insulator. So that's why we need to know these two definitions. I'm going to show you next slide. I think that's too much time to copy this. So we have here, for example, here, look at this example. Right now, you don't have to copy. When you have a battery, remember we have a positive and a negative sign. So you use this, a wire. This is a wire, what you see here in blue. Here allows, this is a conductor because it allows to go the electricity from the battery to the light bulb. So if you use a wire, a battery, and a light bulb, and also you can have a switch to turn it on and off to allows or not allows to pass the energy. So the wire, it allows you to have energy to pass through. But also the wire, it's inside that conductor because it conducts the electricity to go through the battery to the light bulb. But there is an insulator. What is insulator? If you touch the wire with your hands, you're not going to get electrified, right? So the wire, it also contains that insulator and the conductor. Now, look at these examples also. It's the same. We have a battery, we have a wire, and we have the bulb, the light bulb. And here is describing, there is the bulb holder and the bulb. So there is an electrical current. The electricity goes from the battery to the light bulb. It goes from the light bulb. Why? Because we have this conductor, and this conductor is a wire. The wire helps you to go, helps the battery to go the electricity from the battery to the light bulb, But if you touch with your hands this wire, you're not going to get the electricity. No. So it has also an insulator. So that's why we say the wire is a good example for both the conductor and the insulator. Yes?
Thank you.
Okay, another example I have here. Look at this. Here is the same, the wire. The wire. Okay, the wire that you see here, it has a plastic insulation, so that is the insulator. If you touch this part of the wire, the plastic, you're not going to get the electricity that is in the conductor. The conductor is this, what you see here, the copper conductor. Here is the electricity. Here is the flows or electricity that goes from one side to the other side. El cobre, that's right, that you say in Spanish. It's a conductor. It allows electricity goes from one side to the other side, from the battery to the light bulb. But if you touch the plastic, you can touch it. It's okay. That is the insulator, but you're not going to touch this just with your hands. You can use some gloves. You can use some insulators, things that is going to help you to get the electricity that is on in this copper conductor. Have you seen this before? The wire, how it looks inside? No?
No.
No? No? Okay, I show you this picture. In this picture, you can see this. If you have the charger of your cell phone and you try to look how it looks from inside, you're going to see that it looks in this way. You have the plastic and inside it's a conductor where it goes the energy. No, because it's not connected. If you connect it, yes. If it is plugging, yes. But if it is not connected, you have it just like me, that I have it here in my hands, I'm not going to get electrocuted. No, I'm not going to be, because there is no energy there because it needs to have something else to get energy. Now, another picture here, conductors versus insulator. Look here, that conductor is what is inside. What is inside? Insulator is what you can touch. You can touch and you're not going to get electrocuted. For example, I don't know if you have seen this. This is like a masking tape, but it's not masking tape. It's una cinta negra. They use una cinta aislante. I don't know if you have listened to this. Una cinta aislante. No?
Es una cinta aislante.
Yeah, this is that one. So this is like a masking tape, but it's not a masking tape, but it's like a masking tape, but the color it's in this color, as you see, black. And people that work with electricity, those people that you see on the street, they use this. They use this to not get in touch with the electricity, so they can use this insulator. Take a look at this, conductors and insulators here.
Copy the app.
No, you don't have to copy. Just take a look at the examples of conductor and insulator here.
The conductor is a gold.
It can be gold. Yes, that's right. What else?
The,
Un resorte.
No, that is not a string. No.
I think in the insulator, I think there is a call.
This is copper. Remember, in the previous picture, I showed you that it's a copper. Copper. What it says, Marcelo, is in Spanish, un cobre. This is copper. Copper, gold. It might be copper. This also. And what else?
I think that insulator, I think can I recycle?
Recycle.
Water, take islands.
Okay, this is a plastic. Yes, the plastic is an insulator. The plastic.
A wood.
Wood. That's right. Wood is an example insulator. What else? What is this?
Island in paper.
Paper, and that's right. Perfect. Now, if you don't use an insulator, you're going to look like this boy. Look at here. If you don't use an insulator, why? Remember, there is a conductor electricity. If you touch, for example, just the copper and the gold, that it has a lot of energy, and you didn't use an insulator, you're going to look like this. Look at this boy. It's touching just with their hands. And also humans, us, we can have some electricity. When you touch something, have you ever touched something, you say, me agarró la energía. I don't know if you have used this expression. Like say, ay, me agarró la energía. Me paró los pelos de punta. We say something like that, right? In Spanish. It's because you have electricity also. So imagine you are going to look like this. So we need to use insulators as well. Yes?
And why the hair is that?
It's well, that is a description of this boy. Now look at this, some insulators that you can use to not get in touch with the electricity. You can use plastic, as we were mentioned. The glass also, it helps you to protect the energy. Wood. Or you can use some fabric clothes like this, rubber, bond, paper, and ceramic. Yeah, some insulators that it stop going the energy from one side to the other side. But the metal, for example, it can allow the energy to go from one side to the other. I'm going to show you a video about this. Look at this, some electrical conductors examples like the silver. You mentioned the gold. The seawater, it allows the energy go through the seawater, the copper, but electrical insulators do not allow the energy to pass through, like the glass, the rubber, the plastic, and the oil that we were mentioned before. Look at this. Don't forget, conductors allows to pass the energy go through, like the gold. The gold allows to go the energy, the copper, the silver, but insulators is the contrary. They do not allow the energy pass through. Okay, I'm going to show you a video now. I'm going to show you a video. Yes, we have time. This is an interesting video. I'm going to show you this video about conductors and insulators, the difference between them, and then we're going to check them. Let me show you here.
Module, you will learn about conductors and insulators. What we see here is